Well, good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
We take for granted that you survived all the turkey and dressing that you could hold. I know.
Wasn't it a wonderful Thanksgiving?
Yes.
It was.
Belly, belly, I say unto you.
I said, oh, just let me put my hand on my stomach. It's not quite that bad.
Yes, there were a few developments then. Yeah.
You say you have a quiet place of less food for a little while to make up for that.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
childhood memory do you have that means so much?
That sticks out the best. I think for me, every Thanksgiving, we went to my grandma's house in Vallejo, California. That is where Thanksgiving was. Thanksgiving and Christmas. And we packed up the car and we just went on up to Vallejo from San Francisco where we lived. And those were that's when we still had the children's table. And a very, very strong-willed uncle.
There's a biblical story about that.
That's a big, oh God. Yes, those are my Thanksgiving memories though, most of them, until my mom started hosting and then I started hosting. But my grandma and those Thanksgivings with the uncles and the aunts, that's when all of us were together, and it was just great. And she would have the Christmas tree up early. And the ball game on.
I think I did Thanksgiving at your house one year in Atlanta.
Yes, and then I flipped and came to yours.
Exactly.
Oh, they had a marvelous house on it.
Kimberly, what's your best childhood memories from Thanksgiving?
My childhood memories of holidays, Thanksgiving and Christmas, and just this time of the year. My mom was one of 14 children, and my dad was one of 11. So, up there in the Appalachian Mountains, they're be fruitful and multiply, absolutely. And there were so many people. My grandmother, Webb, who is my mom's mom, she had a small house. There was a living room and 2 small bedrooms, and then there was a room that was the dining room and kitchen kind of combined. And then a built-on back porch that had the bathroom because it originally had an outhouse, And so when they built the bathroom in the house, it really is on the back porch, and they just built that in. But so a small house, and then you're going to put that many people in, because I have 5 siblings. There are 5 of us, and we're one of the smaller families of my mom's brothers and sisters. So 7s and 5s and 6s, and so a lot of people, that little house. So the kids we weren't allowed in the house. I mean, we might run in to get a drink of water and get to watch Mama cooking something. I love to watch her make a custard pie from scratch, doing the eggs. And those memories of just all those people together. And the kids, we were always outside just playing and having a good time. And the grown-ups were sitting on the porch generally talking, and Mama in there cooking, and Mom and my aunts in there cooking. And just, those are just such wonderful memories to reach back and just feel good about.
Yeah.
Every Thanksgiving morning when I get up and start cooking, I feel that. I feel them coming forward from my past to be there with me. And I just imagine, I usually have the Thanksgiving parade on the TV. And I just think of them being in there with me.
She's the only one of the 3 of us who authentically can have banjo music playing in the background. I love it.
I'm just going to let that roll right on by.
I just did this Thursday morning. I got up really early. I put the turkey on and all that stuff. But I also fixed breakfast. And it was a simple breakfast. It was eggs and bacon and biscuits on a cast iron flat. And it was so good. But
country.
but I said, what I loved is it reminded me, because my father always cooked breakfast. And I made that comment. I said, this reminds me of my father, because my father was always the one that cooked breakfast. And I love the holidays because there was a good portion of my childhood that we lived between Kentucky and Virginia. We would live in the winter, we live in Kentucky. In the summertime, we would live in Virginia because my father worked in Virginia, so we would go up there and spend the summers. But I remember he would always come home during the holidays. It was just such a good time because we also did the same thing, being of a Spanish descent. Both my grandparents and all my aunts and uncles lived within 4 blocks. So we would all get to my grandmother's house for the holidays, at least one part of the day, because we house hopped. House hopped. By the end of the day, you were stuffed. But I'm also the same way. I liked because we had a close family. We always had lots of people lots of people showing the love, and with families, that's a time that sometimes you can push away all your differences, all your bickering and quarreling that families, you all have them, But it's the time that you actually forget those things, and you come together in love and celebrate each other. And I honestly have always loved the holidays.
Yeah, I find myself this year feeling festive, and usually for the last couple of years it's just Christmas, Thanksgiving. But I've been feeling this season, and maybe it's because we're going to have a big outdoor Christmas Eve service.
Absolutely.
In Williams Park. Maybe that's why I'm feeling so festive, but I'm just feeling it. The warmth, the warm cocoa, all those memories. But I challenge you to pull up some of your childhood memories. What happened in your childhood Thanksgivings or Christmases that you still carry on? Which traditions? I found myself cooking it, asking my mom. I forgot a recipe. I'm like, Mom, what is it? Bam. Thank you.
Yeah.
It came, it came. So we still make, my grandmother used to get all the leftovers after Thanksgiving and put them in one pot, and we called it pot. I was like, Grandma, what's on the stove? Pot. What's in it? Everything that's in the pot. So leftover, everything is in that pot, and I still make pot today. Stay with me.
Yeah.
All right.
We're all going over to Wanda's to have some pot.
I picked a good pot.
Oh, let's see if we can wrangle this back in.
We get ourselves in trouble here.
It's the leftover pot.
And whatever you're doing,
That didn't help.
whatever you're doing for Christmas, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, enjoy your family, enjoy yourself.
Solstice.
And sometimes also too, if you're alone, because sometimes people don't have family. I don't have a large family now because a good portion of mine have passed on. But even if you're alone, and enjoy yourself, cook a special dish for yourself. But just know that you're God.
Absolutely.
And know that you're not alone. Even if you're physically sitting in a room alone, without a family, without a pet, know that you are never alone. Always enjoy yourself. Go in that inner space and just meditate and say, thank you, God, for giving me.
Yeah.
Yes.
Give yourself the gift. Give yourself a gift. And it's called build a family.
Not a pot.
Yes.
Don't give yourself a gift of pot.
Just go down the street and invite all your neighbors that you know are alone to come
There you
on in
go.
and enjoy it.
There you
Someone actually, that's really interesting you brought that up. Someone just posted on Facebook, I think it was Wednesday or Thursday, they said if you are on this thread and you do not have a family or you're going to spend Thanksgiving alone, here is my address. Come to my house.
Oh, wow.
You're welcome.
Yes.
And I hope tons of people
Or
showed up.
Zoom in. We Zoomed. We Zoomed our family members that were far
It's
away.
a new day, isn't it, for that? It is. But how wonderful that families that are separated by space can connect like that.
Yes.
Right.
Because right there they are sitting on the iPad right there on the kitchen counter while you're
Yep,
cooking.
sitting
And
at
they're
the end of the
talking to
table.
you.
And if your family's abroad, I have some family abroad, you can do it for free. Where it used to cost you an arm and a leg to communicate with them during the holiday. You can do it for free.
Zoom for free.
Yeah.
Well, we'll wrap up for now, so therefore you can be prepared. You can go and have your tea or whatever you need to do before service starts, because today you're going to absolutely love the service. We have a very special service set up for you today, and well,
It's the first week of Advent.
Oh, yes.
The first Sunday of Advent.
The first Sunday of Advent
Yes.
and the last Sunday of Native American
Yes,
history.
it is. So it's this woman has prepared a wonderful musical celebration for you. You don't want to miss it.
You know, I want to take a moment real quick and thank the person who, or thank the people, not the person, but thank the people who tuned in for Thanksgiving.
Yes.
The last time I looked, we had hundreds of people who watched our Thanksgiving service. Thank you very much. We hope you were blessed by it. And thank you very much.
Give thanks as well.
And if you haven't watched it, get on there and go watch it, because that Oh Give Thanks concert was, it was a blessing. Wanda Nero Butler produced and directed and paid homage to the Last Supper, and it was amazing and fabulous and a true blessing. So go watch that.
So we'll say so long for now, but we'll see you in a few moments. Know that we love you. Namaste.
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 Keeps on lifting me, keep on lifting me higher, higher.
There's the giving of love, and there's often the act of giving of love also through financial support.
You love your spiritual community, and you show it in a myriad of ways. One of the top ways to support your spiritual campus during the time when our doors are closed but our hearts are open, we continue our operations through your continued financial support and love offerings. And the easiest way to do that is using Text to Give, and we are forever grateful for your support.